Our episode begins with Archer hauling T'Pol in and strapping her down while she shrieks and struggles. But then nobody really likes to see the dentist. This is in fact the shortest teaser in Star Trek, and after the titles, there's more of the same while they give her an injection and stick her in the cupboard for later, ending the flash forward. Impulse is early season 3, during the Xindi storyline obviously, and Tucker is commenting about the dark mood that has gripped the crew. He finally tells Archer that, hey, maybe morale is actually important on this mission, to save the entire planet Earth, and we should maybe do something about that. So he agrees to have movie night again, try to raise some spirits. We've got some great choices here. On the beach, beneath the planet of the apes, the mist, the quiet Earth. T'Pol swings by to help look over the Xindi star charts and try to figure out what's up with these anomalies, when a distress signal comes in. We'll do anything we can to help. It's Vulcan. If only there was something we could do to help. Oh well, maintain course. The Vulcans don't respond to hails, but T'Pol recognizes the ship as the Saleya. T'Pol's old ship, in fact. When they find it, it's in an asteroid field with high concentrations of trillium ore, which is used to protect ships from the anomalies here, see? So that's kind of important. Trip and Mayweather are in charge of collecting some, while Archer will lead a team to check out the Vulcan ship.
No damage. Now we may need a fresh coat of paint.
How much farther?
1,200 kilometers. I could take the helm if you'd like.
Sure, let me just reach into my pocket here and get the key out for you. Ah, yeah, there it is. Now stay there and shut up while I go to rescue Vulcans who got themselves lost. I am so rubbing it in their faces. Tucker and Mayweather try beaming over asteroid chunks. Hey, cool, instant rock climbing wall. Mayweather thinks that maybe heading there in a shuttle pod would be a better plan, since, after all, he's been in space. So while they do that, Archer's team is nearly to the Saleya, but no one is answering still, so it's not any kind of interference. Well, with spaceships, the rule is simple. If there's no answer, feel free to grab the key under the mat and let yourself in. They arrive, and the place is in pretty bad shape. How bad? I have to resist the urge to pick up my controller and make sure my guns are reloaded and that I've got my health packs. They find evidence of trillium being applied to the ship, and there are some biosigns. So with those clues, they start poking about, and they discover Vulcan blood on the wall. Not writing out red rum, but still, this rescue mission is the kind of thing that makes genre-savvy characters extra nervous. Yep, already got the "here's Johnny" in there. They stun the attacker, and then two more who are closing in to attack. This is serious, so they quickly tell the others. So thanks for the info. Archer and T'Pol join in, but the Mako is a little shaken and switches his weapon from stun to kill, which bothers T'Pol. Generally speaking, you don't hear, "Yep, time to go and rescue those poor trapped bastards. Make sure your weapons are set to kill. Kia!" Archer agrees with T'Pol to keep them on stun, but things get tense when they find a pair of Vulcans standing over the access hatch for their shuttle pod. Maybe now is the time for the red rum? Nope, now is just the good luck escaping from the haunted house assholes part. More Vulcans attack and the quartet have to withdraw. Yeah, he's going to bring that up later. Another instance of the Vulcans holding him back. They're going to need help, but the comms can't get through, so T'Pol suggests using the ship's communicator, but it's on the bridge, 7 decks up. Well, at least it's a lucky number. The Mako got hurt in all the fighting, so they'll also be dragging along the wounded guy, which is a waste. The wounded guy always gets eaten by the monster anyway and just winds up getting 1 or 2 other people killed in the process. T'Pol also warns Archer that she's starting to come down with a case of the crazies too. Whatever's happening is starting to affect her. Meanwhile, Tucker and Mayweather are trying the shuttle pad landing on an asteroid plan. So far, so good. They go exploring while back on the Vulcan ship. Ah, the old spring-loaded Vulcan, that old cliche. T'Pol starts looking the guy over to see if they can find out what's causing this. It's a little off-putting for T'Pol because she knew the guy. He was the chief engineer.
We served together. Don't you recognize me?
I got this, no problem. I took a semester of zombie in college. Unfortunately, what he said was brains. Yes, all of them translate to brains. Why do you think I'd take a course? I was an easy A. T'Pol's really hating this because with every moment she feels herself losing control, and being a snarling beast like this is awful. If it continues, she might do the unthinkable and have some sushi. Archer assures her she's going to be fine. They're going to get out of here, get back to Enterprise. Phlox will sort this right out, and she'll be back to telling everyone how much better she is in no time. So she hangs back with the Mako while Archer and Reed scout on ahead, allowing him to apologize for saying, "We're here to rescue you." He is wondering why emotionless Vulcans are capable of acting so violently, so she explains that they suppress and control emotions.
Something has obviously caused them to lose that control.
Why would they want to kill us?
I mean, some of the crew I'll grant you, but why lump me in with the rest? Her people were once consumed by paranoia and homicidal rage. The same thing I know everyone is saying about me. I'd have smashed their faces in. Archer and Reed continue, getting jumped naturally. Not much point in a haunted house otherwise. It's just an old place in need of redecorating and someone updating with some good taste. At least that's what those potential buyers keep telling the realtors when they look at my house. That's why I'm going to smash their faces in. Oh, and on that subject, Tucker and Mayweather are in some trouble. Their asteroid has just been hit by one of the anomalies, altering its trajectory and sending it towards another asteroid. This requires quickly hauling ass back to the shuttle pod and trying to get the hell out of here before this game of snooker gets out of hand. And where's the cue ball going? Well, they're all right. Let's check in on Archer's team.
Receiver's been damaged.
Any chance of repairing it?
Never mind, dear. Oh, sorry, just conditioning at work. The communication system isn't working, so they'll need to fix it, and hope that the Vulcans don't break in before they finish, or else Rome won't be the only red stuff all over the place. They finally managed to get through, only... Is there anything you're not shoving rocks into today? Well, in that sorry state, it's going to be hours before they can rescue anyone, so T'Pol is setting things up to open the bulkheads that are keeping them from the shuttle, and Reed is helping. Thanks for the help! It was done wrong. Whose fault that is, I couldn't say. It's not like I expect a security expert from Earth to know how to hotwire an alien ship. Well, not unless he was trying to steal it or something. Well, she doesn't take that well, and she starts suspecting that this is being done deliberately. Archer was, after all, going over the Xindi charts without her, despite that really being her job. This could be a complex plot. I know, having a complex plot on Enterprise seems fairly unlikely, but we have to be open to the possibility. This is further exacerbated when Reed comes up with a solution to their problem. Overloading the power systems will cause things like the doors to open so that they can get back, but that could cause a warp core breach. When Archer says it looks like that's their only option, T'Pol is convinced this whole thing was planned out to murder all of these Vulcans and her too, which is ridiculous. It assumes Archer ever plans ahead. They send the medical data back for Phlox and Trip to look over, and Phlox concludes that Vulcans react negatively to Trillium. That's why they've all flaked out. I should add, and this has bothered me for a while, the position of the monitors seemed like a mistake because every time they're in there getting grave medical news, it looks like they're talking about off-track betting. I don't get it, Doc. He looked like a strong runner. Well, what do you expect? This was clearly a race meant for a horse that wasn't used to such a short distance. Give it a little bit more time, you would have gotten up to a full gallop and been able to take over the lead, believe me. Besides, what are you supposed to do once you're the favorite horse, You're going to wind up having every horse gunning for you on that track. It's the hardest part about being a doctor, let me tell you. Well, Phlox calls back to say that T'Pol can still be treated for this condition, but the Vulcan crew are too far gone. They can't be saved.
He's lying! He wants them all to die!
Don't be absurd. They're not Valachians. The Vulcans may be too far gone to be saved, but they're not too far gone to do some damage. They start flooding the room with toxic gas and trying to break in. The quartet barely slips out before the door gets opened up wide enough. So it's time for their final escape with all these crazy zombies, Vulcans, in the way. Plus, there's a hole in the floor, and a T'Pol so crazy she needs to be knocked out, leading to the amazing Jonathan and his high wire act. The other two eventually follow, slip through while the Vulcans are peeved that they can't kill them now, one throwing himself to his death. Let's not go overboard there. Well, with that perfect timing that they're known for, Mayweather and Trip arrive with their repaired shuttle pod to blast Archer's shuttle pod free from the mooring so that they can escape. Another successful rescue mission for Enterprise. Trip shows off all the ore they've picked up, and Archer says, "Great, nice work, well done. Thanks for risking your lives for that. Now stick it in the cargo bay where no one can ever get at it again." Archer heads down to check on T'Pol. Phlox says that she'll have a full recovery. As if you had any doubt of that. "Nope, you failed, Captain. From now on, she'll be mostly fine, but have an eye twitch, and every 20 minutes she'll point at someone at random and scream." Well, given her reaction to unnecessary material, T'Pol thinks that she should be left behind for the good of the ship. But Archer won't hear of it. If they start getting rid of people just because they're a danger to this ship, well, he's going to be in real trouble, won't he?
I can't try to save humanity without holding on to what makes me human.
Doodly, doodly, doodly.
I'll take whatever steps necessary to save him.
Even if it means killing me.
Even if it means killing you.
Post-episode follow-up. Annoying character goes to Dr. Phlox and Tucker for sitting there during the movie chattering away while everybody else is trying to watch. And now this is a dream sequence, but that doesn't change the fact that it is completely in character. Final score for Impulse is 7 out of 10. It has a unique atmosphere for Star Trek, but unfortunately there's not a lot of substance behind it to make it a real classic like it could have been. The episode ran short, which led to them closing on a nightmare of T'Pol, who then wakes up, showing that they're going for that whole horror movie vibe for the episode. But it would have been nice to see more of it, because there is more to good horror than simply an atmosphere and monsters.
All hail the Overlord! All hail the Overlord!
It's pointless. The circuits are